start with Ali as usual.
Bryan, final game of the 46-game season, and you end it with a win going into the playoffs. How pleased are you this afternoon?
Yeah, delighted. Obviously, we've made numerous changes today. I've took the core of the team out, in preparation for the playoffs, whoever we played. Give a chance for players to catch my eye, give them minutes, which is important. And yeah, absolutely delighted, to get the win, especially from going a goal down. Some of the characters that I've sort of spoke about over the weeks, coming back from a goal down, it's not easy. We haven't found it easy at times this season. But at this stage of the season, little things like that make a big difference, and it was good to see that today.
Yeah, you mentioned going a goal down, and then Jason Oswell coming up with the equaliser, his first goal. He's mentioned frustration for strikers when they haven't got that first goal. Was now the perfect timing when you're going into the playoffs to get it? Yeah,
it's great for Jason, isn't it? He's got such high work ethic, as that lone striker. But he's got that monkey off his back now, It's been playing on his mind, it's been playing on people's mind probably, For all his hard work, he's going to get judged on his goals, and it was a great header. It was a fantastic ball off Paul Rutherford, and a great header and finish by Jason. So that'll give him a confidence boost, going into the, like you say, this time now, going into that critical time again with these playoffs coming up.
Just afterwards, Kevin Augustine brought down one of their players in the box. First, what were your thoughts on the penalty, and what were your thoughts on Christian Devil making that save and getting out of trouble?
Yeah, first of all, the penalty, a bit of a soft one, I felt. I think Kemi just switched off, let the midfield runner get beyond him. I think there was contact, but minimal. But yeah, the referees give it, and Dibs had to come up good for us, especially at that stage, right at the end of the first half. I felt up until that stage it was a bit. There was nothing between the teams. It was a bit testimonial pace at times. Both teams having a look at each other. Potentially playing each other in the playoffs. And until Christian Dibble's penalty save, it felt like we were in a game then. The crowd started getting up. We got behind us. It felt like it meant something then. And second half turned out to be a little bit of an end-to-end game, and probably a good game to watch, probably from the sides. But yeah. It was a good save off Christian, he's waited for his chance all season. He's been a true professional, and he's come in today and he's come good for the players and everyone associated with the club to make that save.
In terms of players who have waited for their opportunities, Nikki Devon is certainly one of them, and for him today to get the winner, it's good for him, and then perhaps giving you guys food for thought as well.
Yeah, I've said from the start, it's I'm going to be utilising the whole squad here. Everyone's got an important part to play. Sometimes you might feel yourself out of the team, out of the squad, but things can change so quickly. I've done that many times this season since I've been here. Devs, I was delighted for Devs. One thing about Nikki Devon, he's a true professional. He trains hard every single day. He's been waiting for his opportunity, and I was delighted that he got on the end of that. It was a great run and a fantastic finish.
Another opportunity for three of the youth team players as well, or obviously youth products. Doug Tharm, who's been in and around that first team setup for a while now. Matty Sargent's league debut, and Jack Thorne also making his senior debut. I guess you're a man who knows what it's like to bring players through and be that player at this football club. Yeah,
I think if you take everything away and you look at our personnel there, Matty Sargent making his first team debut, 17 years old, against the playoff team, this season's playoff team in Harrogate Town. He didn't look out of place. I thought he was absolutely magnificent today, Matty Sargent. Doug as well. Doug's had his debut before, but didn't look out of place. Very strong, solid performance. But a lot of credit's got to go to Dan Nolan, at the academy. He's worked with these players, especially Sargent and Thorne this year. I speak to Dan on a day-to-day basis. I keep an eye on them. I get them over at the first team training, and since day one, they've always caught my eye. And obviously, being an ex-player here coming through the system, it gave me a chance to play them today. With guaranteed playoffs, home game midweek, it gave me a chance to rest a few senior players and have a look at Sargent and Thorne. And like I say, Matty Sargent excelled today. He was absolutely outstanding.
So in terms of the playoffs then, you got Eastleigh on Thursday. What's your immediate reaction to that game now being confirmed?
Yeah, it's nice to know now you can plan. I think going into today's fixtures, it was a little bit up in the air. It could have gone either way. We've had to do what we want to do. I've said all along, I want to come here and win the game today. That's 4 wins out of the last 5. It's good form going into playoffs. It's good form for us. You know, we won't get carried away. Eastleigh's going to be a different test again. And we look forward to it. You know, we can plan now. We know we're going to be playing Thursday and Sunday now, so our weekly schedule will get planned accordingly. And now we come here again on the racecourse on Thursday, hopefully with a big crowd. Hopefully have a big part to play. And we'll address it after the game. Hopefully we can go through. It's going to be a tough game. You know, with playoffs, it's a lottery. I'm sure Eastleigh will be saying the same in their camp. So, like I say, we'll go into full of confidence now. 4 wins out the last 5, and we'll take the game to Eastleigh and we'll see how we go.
You also know that whoever wins that game will then go take on Salford. There's a short time frame between those 2 games. Do you ever have to think a bit further ahead, even though there are no guarantees, or do you keep strict focus on what next and how you're going to get through there?
Well, as manager, you've got to focus on what's next, but also you've got to think about the what ifs. You know, what if we beat Eastleigh? What if we beat Salford? You know, it's not just up to Salford. We've got to think about what ifs over the next 2 weeks and plan. So yeah, that's always in the back of my mind, and that's been going on for the last few weeks. You know, set things behind the scenes have to happen. You know, we're guaranteed playoffs. We've got to plan as if we're going to go all the way to Wembley. You know, hopefully we will. That's the aim. But we've got 2 tough games now to hopefully get through before we get there. But yeah, we'll concentrate first and foremost on Eastleigh Thursday, and hopefully put in a strong performance.
Finally, in terms of going forward into the playoffs now, you've had players who've been injured. Brad Walker's returned to the club this week. I know Manny Smith's been out most of the season. Are we looking at a return for any of those by Thursday?
Well, hopefully. You know, I want to have as many bodies as I can to call upon. Whether people find themselves on the bench or out the squad, that's my problem to deal with that. I just want personnel around that we can call upon. You know, this is a critical stage of the season now. All the hard work that's gone on over the 46 games comes down to these next couple of weeks now. So yeah, everyone, like I said, everyone's played a part and everyone deserves credit. You know, they've bought into everything that I've tried to do since I've come into the club. Every single player, and you know, you look at the team today, a lot of changes. And personnel coming up with the goods, you know. We talked about Deverdix, you know, waiting for his opportunity, getting the winning goal. Whatever happens, we don't know what's going to happen during training. You know, if we pick up niggles or injuries, people have got to be ready, and that was my thought process today, to give people minutes just in case.
Cheers, Brad.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Any other questions? Are we happy? We covered it all, Ollie. Well done. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you all.